Hi Group 2, so this is a recording of the paragraphs session from Tuesday the 12th if anyone missed the live lesson. So to begin with, let's read this paragraph together and then we're going to have a think about what it is about. Benin was one of the most important kingdoms in West Africa in the 15th and 16th centuries. It became wealthy through trade with Europe and conquered neighbouring land. So we could have a think about what the main key idea in that paragraph is. Remember, paragraphs are groups of sentences that are all about the same thing. So what is this paragraph about? Let's have a little look for the clues. So Benin was one of the most important kingdoms in West Africa in the 15th and 16th centuries, became wealthy through trade with Europe, and it conquered neighbouring lands. So I'd say that was mostly about why Benin was important. It's mostly about telling the reader what was special about that place. It's about a couple of different things in there. It talks about how they became wealthy through trade. So I suppose it tells us how they became powerful or important or special. Now we're going to look at another paragraph and we're going to have a think about a subheading that could go with this one. Remember, a subheading in a non-fiction text tells you what the paragraph will mostly be about. It gives you a bit of a clue as to what the key idea is. Trade was very important in the Benin Kingdom, as the money earned from trade was used to pay for their large, powerful army. They were able to buy guns from European traders, which put them at an advantage over other people in the area. Benin soldiers also kidnapped people from conquered lands, whom they sold into the slave trade. So if we were to choose a subheading for our bit of writing, imagine we'd written that amazing paragraph, what subheading could we choose to go at the top? One word that keeps popping up is the word trade. Trade was important. They bought guns from European traders. And then we've got information about things they sold. So trade is when you swap things, either swap things for money or swap things for other things that you want. So I think trade would be a really good subheading for that paragraph. You might have a different idea, you might have a better idea than me. Remember, when you're the writer, you can make the choices about what you want your reader to know. So the subheading is completely up to you. Now, what about using these key ideas in a sentence for a paragraph about the Benin bronzes? So we've got the word Benin, famous, bronze plaques, soldiers. And then we've got a picture of that bronze plaque featuring the soldier. So you could juggle those words around into any order and come up with a really good sentence. You could say, the famous bronze plaques in Benin showed pictures of soldiers. Or you could write, soldiers from the Benin Kingdom were so famous they sometimes had bronze plaques made about them. You could start with any of the words and try and come up with a sentence. You could say, bronze plaques in Benin show famous soldiers. All kinds of sentences you could use using just those 4 ideas. And that's something that the more you practice at with the writing, the better a writer you will become. Now, this one, we didn't get a chance to look at this in the live lesson this morning because we ran out of time. But here I've given you 3 random subheadings: trade, the Benin bronzes, how do we know? And then 3 sentences that we can mix and match to work out which subheading they would match perfectly. So the sentences are, these bronze plaques were made by skilled craftsmen. We don't have much written evidence about the Benin Kingdom. They were able to buy guns from European traders. So your job in this session is to try to work out which subheading suits which fact. Pause the video if you want to have a go at doing that. And then your instructions for your task. Today you're going to complete your SPaG task independently. You're going to copy some subheadings into your book and then find facts from the text to use in each paragraph. So those subheadings are on a task that I've set you in Seesaw. So if you hop onto your Seesaw account, have a look for today's task, you will see a list of subheadings, and I want you to find a fact, at least one, maybe two, put them into proper sentences for each of those subheadings. Right, have fun. See you soon.